everybody, welcome to my channel. I'm Cassandra from Crafty After, and as always I'm so excited to be chatting to you all today, the very last day of 2022. Yes, it's the 31st of December. I cannot believe it. I know all of us have been saying the same thing. We cannot believe this year is done. Now, over the last few days I've watched many goals videos by some of my favorite YouTubers, and also just sort of random videos. I've sort of been scrolling YouTube, trying to have a look at some different types of content, and a lot of people are doing their goals for 2023. Now, I am not a very plan far ahead type of person. I never do New Year's resolutions, almost ever. I think the last New Year's resolution I had was 10 years ago when I decided I wanted to learn to crochet. So I've just found that it puts so much pressure on you to sort of set a goal. You kickstart the year all energetic and hyped up, and then we all lose steam sort of by the end of January already. So I've just never made long-term goals for my everyday life. And the same goes for my crochet. So I'm sort of flying by the seat of my pants, as it were. I just, whatever I feel like doing a specific week, here and there I do projects if I have to do something specific. So for instance, for Christmas gifts, I know that I'll be making, say, a certain amount of reindeer amigurumis, or I want to sew a bag to use as a gift bag. So I do aim to make projects ahead of time for things that I know I would need it, for a specific purpose. But other than that, for the majority of this year, which has been my first year on YouTube, I have just almost week by week just made videos as and how I felt like it. And for the most part, that worked out all right for me. Sometimes I think planning is really good. And like I said, I've been watching so many goals videos, and I thought, you know what? It is good to have sort of a goal for the coming year. So I'm going into my second year of YouTube, and I think I should have, even if it's not set in stone, just some sort of maybe one or two goals that I can try to reach. So I wanted to share with you guys some of the goals I've written down, also some of the projects that I'm busy with, or that I just completed actually, some things I'm looking forward to doing. So let's just get started. I think first of all, I wanted to show you guys the last few things I've worked on the last week or so. Now, the first thing I finished was this very cute snowman. Now, obviously, again, because my planning is terrible, I never write it down. I will have to look up the pattern that I used for this cute guy. But I think I purchased the pattern. I did purchase it from Etsy. It was on a sale, I think, so I did buy it at a discounted price, but I will link the designer down below. So this cute snowman, he wears what sort of looks like a little bucket on his head, and he is just very cute. I really enjoyed working on him. This was made all with, well, most of it was rainbow cotton 8/4, so the white, this burgundy color, the dark blue, the orange, and then this little shirt I made with cotton 8/4. I think it was the Black Friday cotton 8/4 pack that I bought. So you got two different variegated colors of yarn. I think it was a pack of 8 or 10. So this was it, perfect for little clothing for amigurumis. Now, he turned out very cute. He was really quick to make, and I really enjoyed working on him. So this is my last amigurumi for 2022. The next thing I finished, and you guys will know that I have really been enjoying doing cross stitch. It all started with that company that reached out to me and I did a review on their products, and I fell in love with doing cross stitch. So I've in between, sort of to give me a break from crochet, I've done here and there a bit of cross stitch in between. I bought a few small kits because, as with crochet, I do not have the patience or the attention span for like a massive project. So I will never be one of those people who do like this incredibly impressive, massive cross stitch portrait type things. I have deep respect and utter admiration for the people who do it, because cross stitch surprisingly takes a long time. Now maybe if you're used to it, just like crochet, it takes those people quick. For me, it's just extremely relaxing. I've done it while I've watched a lot of movies over the last month. I've watched almost all of the Agatha Christie, Poirot and Miss Marples that you can find on YouTube. I've really been enjoying it. And here and there some other movies. So I've been cross-stitching in between watching movies and YouTube and whatever. And this was the little project that I completed just a day or two ago. Very cute. I found this cute kit. Now there will be a bit of a glare on Etsy. Like, it contained all of the things you needed. And it's actually a little magnet. So what's nice is that you finish your project. You don't have to worry about how the back of your project looks, because all of your little threads that you've worked is hidden by this magnet that you just go and stick your project onto. So it sort of ends up being a little fridge magnet. And I really, really enjoyed working on this one. I must say it was very, very fun. Things that obviously I'm not a cross-stitch expert in the least. I mean, this is only the second thing that I've actually completed. I'm busy with another project as well. But I like the small things, and there was a bit of back stitching in it, so a lot of color changes or color, different colors that you use. So this one I really enjoyed. Now, friends, on to sort of my goals and my planning for the coming year. Now, strangely enough, in my work life, I'm really, really good at admin. So my entire working life, I've been in some sort of an admin position. And I actually love doing admin. It is, in terms of work, it is just something I really, really gravitate towards. I'm really good at it and I really enjoy it. In my personal life, though, that is a completely different story. I don't like to plan things ahead. And I honestly tried. So when I decided a year ago that I wanted to start the YouTube channel, I actually have 2 books. Now, I only brought the 1 book in. And it's little books like this that you just buy at a stationery store or a supermarket. But I've got this smaller one, which is like an A5 size. And I had a big A4 size, which I did my YouTube planning in. Like I started out writing down, for this video, I'm going to do this. And for this video, I'm going to do this. And like that fizzled out very, very quickly. Now I will show you how far I got. So I divided my projects, my book, into like chapters. So each of these different colored things. So I had crochet kit projects because I really like making projects from crochet kits. So I've got crochet kit projects, subscription box projects like the Crochet Society subscription box, my own design. I had a page for my own designs that I'm doing. Then I have random or other crochet projects. What was the last one? Non-amigurumi projects. And that was it. So I really had the best of intentions to keep track of everything that I made for this year. And the last entry, friends, was in March. So that didn't last very long at all. Then I just started making stuff left, right, and center, posting it whenever I was done on YouTube. If someone like a couple of months afterwards asked me what pattern I used, or what yarn I used, or what hook I used, I couldn't even tell them. Also, my YouTube videos are labeled so terribly that I can't even find half the time the projects that I made. I don't know if I made the polar bear, in which video did I feature it? So all of that as one of my goals for this year, and that is to keep better track of my crochet projects. Now, obviously, doing it in this very traditional plain notebook way did not work for me. I'm very much a visual person. I'm very creative, and I thought I'm going to change the way that I keep track of my projects. So I've got a tiny little book next to me downstairs where I crochet, where I will make notes just of the yarn, the color number or the color name, and the hook that I used, just so that I know, okay, for this project I use this and this and this size hook, so that I can put that into my crochet journal later on. Now, in my last video I told you I bought the most impractical crochet journal imaginable, but friends, when I opened up my Amazon parcel, I fell in love with this book, and I've actually made my first page, which is, I'm going to do it monthly. So every month I will have sort of a cover page for that month, and then I will stick a little photo of my project and the description of whatever the yarn I used or the hook I used, or if it came out of a book or an Etsy pattern, who's the designer. So all of that I want to keep track of, but in a creative sort of way. Now, the last week I have been binge watching junk journal videos. Not that I ever want to get into proper junk journaling, because it's fantastic. I don't know if any of you have watched any of the junk journaling, millions of junk journaling videos out there, but it's absolutely fantastic. Now, I am not ever going to say again in my life that I will never do something, because that just comes round to bite me in the backside. So nothing is off limits. That is another goal. So last year I started out saying, I will never make blankets. Friends, I ended up making, although they were small, 2 blankets in the last year. So although I don't plan to do proper junk journaling, who knows, it could be in the future, but the journal that I got to keep track of my projects, and you guys are gonna love it. This is the book. Now, sorry for the glare. I don't know what this light is that's coming from above. I've tried to adjust the lighting in my son's room. He's got a little like a reading lamp just on this side of me, but I think it's reflecting off a guitar that's hanging on the wall just behind where the camera is, and I think it's creating this angelic light that's falling on me at the moment. But anyway, this is the journal. Now tell me that you do not love it just by seeing the front of it. Now, can I tell you, I love it so much. My daughter fell in love with it instantly. So since I got this on Friday, I've actually ordered 2 more of these journals. One for Jessica and another spare one for me, because it will not be enough, I think, for what I've got planned or how I want to keep track of my projects. But let me open it up. So it opens with this key. Now, isn't this fantastic? All right. Now, like I said, I'm not a junk journalist. So the page I'm going to show you, although it's sort of, I guess, lean towards certain elements of junk journaling and scrapbooking, I just sort of did my own thing. So it's a Cassandra journal. But I might get into junk journaling. You guys, it's fantastic. Please go find a video and have a look at it. I didn't know what it was about. I didn't understand it at all. I didn't know how you would journal in it. And that's why I won't do a proper junk journal, because I don't want to journal anything. I just want to keep track of my projects. But let me show you my first page. So the very first page I did looks like this. So it's got a calendar for January 2023. Now, when my parents came to visit in July, my mom brought me this little calendar set. It looks like those CD covers that you open up and you put it on your desk and you flip every month. It's got like this little small card with a nice picture and a calendar at the bottom. So all of these pictures from this calendar has got something to do with something in South Africa. So it's a South African calendar, and I thought that would be perfect. So each of the months will have a little calendar page, then just a small piece of the actual picture. Now this is of the Playder River Canyon, and it's a place that we spent many holidays when we were young. It's a beautiful, beautiful place in South Africa. So just a small piece of the Playder River Canyon picture. Then here at the bottom is some stickers that I also got. Now this one says to-do list. You can't read it. It says to-do list and it's empty. And I had such a good laugh at it because I don't have anything on my to-do list. Because although I do have some goals, and I will share, I've only written down 3, so I'll share them with you. Well, this is the one. It's keeping track of my projects. So that's goal number 1. But I'm not planning anything very, very far in advance. So I've got an empty to-do list sticker here. Then this page represents the craft that I'm going into 2023 enjoying doing. So the first thing is crochet. So onto this page, I just crocheted a little border. So I'm starting with crochet. This piece here is one little small part of the cross stitch kits that I received for free from New Crafty. So this is a little angel. So it's one of the printed craft stitch fabrics, and I just cut out a small piece. I made a little pocket in the front, and in here is a little card that says, "I'm so thankful that we are friends." And I thought this is perfect because having the channel just, gave me the opportunity to meet so many people that I find such a lot of inspiration from. It's not just fellow YouTubers. It's like all of you guys that don't have channels that I've been chatting with on Instagram, chatting with on the comments, emailing, and I'll share one of my future hopeful makes that I was inspired to start looking at by one of my yarn friends that we've been emailing a bit. So this is the little card, and on the back of it, on the back of this little card. Now this card I actually got from a lovely lady in the United States. It's like those little boxes that you get with the blessing cards in it, or the the Bible verse cards. So I stuck that in there, and on the back I just wrote, "What am I going to create in 2023? Crochet and crafting journal." So there we go. I don't know if you can actually see it, but that's what it says in the back. And I thought this is such a perfect description for my life on YouTube. I'm so thankful that we are friends. So that just pops right into this little pocket here. Then I've got my crochet represented, cross stitch represented, and this is just a piece of fabric because my sewing is also represented. So this is how I'm starting my my keeping track of my projects. Now I'll show you why I said this is a very impractical journal. These papers, this is what the paper looks like. So it's a very difficult, it's like those handmade, I don't know, it's not like a normal paper, and I think it would actually be difficult to write on, which I think it's perfect for things like sticking things in, and so I will have on my next pages, whatever's my first, or whatever all my projects are going to be. So I want to stick a little photo, maybe attach a nice card, and then write the all the details of the project and stick it in there. So for sticking things on, I think this paper or this book is going to be perfect. It's absolutely beautiful paper. They're not all, they're sort of slightly different sizes. It looks completely handmade. I don't know how they did it. It is fantastic. I absolutely love it. Like I say, it's not a book I would actually write on the pages. You could probably if you have the right pen. But for my purposes, I thought I need a creative way to keep track of my projects. And this, friends, is going to be it. And I think it will be fun at the end of every month if we do a little flip through and I can show you what I did, what I made, sort of catch up on what's been going on throughout the month. And hopefully, I have very good hope that I will be able to continue with this amazing, amazing book that I got. All right, let me quickly, now this is the book, I got it from my lovely friend Caroline. She sent me this beautiful notebook and cover that she made herself. And literally, friends, I'm not gonna keep myself to 10,000 goals. This is what I've written in the front. I've got 3 things. So, and all of them start with the word try, because I want to try and get to my goals. So the first thing is try to make at least one non-amigurumi crochet project per month. So be it a doily, a coaster, a scarf, a hat, whatever. I want to do at least one non-amigurumi project a month, just to learn some other, crochet skills. Amigurumi is my passion, but really for the most part you use single crochet. And I think it's good if we do try and challenge ourselves. So try to make at least one non-amigurumi project every month. The next one, try and post more tutorials. Now in this one, friends, I failed miserably. I had so many ideas that I wanted to share with you and show you on like mini tutorials. My Christmas bear, he is still in the works. He never made it to the 1st of December. I thought I would be able to finish him and post a tutorial for how to do the eyes, how to attach legs. So he is still coming sometime in the near future. So this is why I'm saying I'm going to try and post more tutorials, because I think sometimes for someone just seeing how to do something that looks difficult and you're like, oh my word, that's so easy. If you just see someone do it. So I'm going to try and do a few more tutorials throughout the year, like the little angel ornament tutorial I did. That took a minute. It's a minute of your time. You watch it, you get an idea of how to do it. It's not a step-by-step guide, but you get an idea and you can easily recreate it. So that's another of my goals for next year. The third one, and that was the one I covered already, try and keep track of all my craft projects. So there you have it. Not a massive list of goals, just some things I want to try. And that's what I want to tell you guys as well. Just whatever you want to try this year, go ahead and do it. If you want to try and start a YouTube channel, just do it. That's all I can say. You don't have anything to lose. I mean, if you inspire just one person, I've met so many people on YouTube. I go out thinking, I want to inspire you guys, but you inspire me as well. And as an example, now I mentioned that one of my yarn friends that, I chat to her all the time in the comments. We've emailed back and forth. She's inspired me to get these books, and this is something I want to also try throughout this year. And it is sewing, and it is these books. So my yarny friend who inspired me to get these books, she will know exactly who she is. So I actually bought 2 books. I've got Lunar Lab. So it's a little sewn bunny. So this entire book consists of, you get the pattern for the bunny and then all sorts of different outfits that you can make for her, including, you will not believe it, a chair. How to sew a comfy armchair. So I thought it is fantastic. So I enjoy sewing so much, and I can't just forever do drawstring bags or project bags. I want to try something more. So I've got actually 2 of the Lunar Lapin books. So this one is Lunar Lapin's Friends. And there's a few more animals and a few more outfits included in this book. So I've got 2. And this year my aim is to, at the very least, make 1 bunny and 1 or 2 of the outfits. I really, really want to try. I'm enjoying sewing so much, and I really need to extend my skills a bit. So that's the one thing. And I sort of digress from my earlier point. Just if all of you, all of us, we've got a voice. And I think someone out there wants to hear what you have to say. So I think we are there for each other. We are there to inspire each other. So just go ahead and do it. If you've ever wanted to start a blog or start a YouTube channel or start writing patterns. I mean, if any of you guys start writing patterns and you want me to test them for you, as long as they're amigurumi, I'm not gonna, I can't test sweater patterns. But if any of you ever write a pattern for a toy and you want me to test it, I am there for you. Send it to me. I will test your pattern. I love making toys. So that's what I wanted to say. Let's be brave in 2023. At the very least, all of us have got something that we can share, that we can teach each other. So there you have it. Friends, be brave, be creative. Just go out there and do it. All right, you guys, that's it. That's my goals video for 2023. I look forward to spending a lot more wonderful, inspiring hours with all of you. I hope you're ready for a creative year. As I said, I've got a very big collab planned for all of us. I wanted to discuss it in this video, but this video is getting way too long. So I'll do it in my next, hopefully my next or the next. I don't know when, but you will very soon hear about this collab I've got planned for sometime during this year. But until then, you guys, just enjoy the start of 2023. Be relaxed, be creative, and leave some comments down below. Tell me if you have a goal. Tell me if you have no goals. Tell me if you have plans. Like my friend Caroline said in her video, and she says it in many of her videos, I have a plan. So let's have a plan to just be creative. All right, you guys, that's it for now. Have a fantastic New Year's Eve. Have a fantastic New Year's Day. And I will see you guys very soon in the next video.